Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. What is this campaign called, Filthy? I forget.
Monks, Mystics, and Madness.
Okay, thank you, because I kept saying it wrong a lot, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's been a week, so we're gonna...
I thought you were role-playing.
Yeah. Is it the madness that's been striking me?
That's right.
Yeah. So we're gonna unpause, yeah? We're just gonna try to maybe play a little bit faster. I know that we didn't let a huge amount of time pass. It is your first foray into this title, so I don't think it's a big issue, but...
Yeah. Plus, we're rating, and rating feels like a little bit sketchy in terms of being too fast because you can't get out.
Yeah. So you mentioned right before we started recording today that you want to do some more intrigue stuff, some more dynasty-focused type stuff, and I think that that's all good. We should do that.
Okay.
I think we should also consider expanding. We should go to war with our neighbors, because our neighbors have land that doesn't belong to them.
Yeah, it does belong to them, but it really is ours, is what you're saying.
Well, it belongs to them currently, but it would be so much better if it belonged to us.
Rumors have reached you that people are conspiring to kill my wife. How do I figure that out? Who is that? And how do I mean, I'm kind of for that on the one level, but another level I think I should stop that.
Okay, so F7 will take you to your decisions and plots and stuff screen.
Okay.
And then there's a tab in the middle called My Plots, Known Plots, Prisoners. Go to Known Plots.
Okay. There's nothing
Now
there,
your
though.
options... Okay, so rumors... So you haven't actually discovered, like, who's actually leading the plot to murder your wife, but...
No, but I just got a new one called Special Chancellor available. Chancellor decision? Oh, no, I thought that might be related to this, but it looks like... Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can send my wife into hiding.
Yeah, so because you know that someone's trying to kill her, it's kind of weird that you don't know about the plot, but you are... Oh, you know what it is? Didn't you take the paranoid trait?
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. Yeah, so you may get some false positives. It's entirely possible, because you're paranoid. So you could just tell your wife to go hide, which lowers her, like, diplomacy, and I think it costs her some prestige over time and stuff, but it's not really a big deal.
But what if I don't care if they kill her?
Well, then just don't worry about it. Hopefully she'll die. You can get a new one.
Yeah, perfect.
No. I'm going to consider...
It says do it, and I want to not accept that option. How do I not do it? Just close that? Okay, just close the interface. Okay.
Yeah. It sounds good. Alright, so how many troops do I have? Idle council members. I have a steward. That's right. Yeah, go ahead and build legend for me, sir. You were my siege guy. I found a guy who is rather weak, and I'm thinking to attack him right now. So one thing we should probably talk about is, in this game, how do you assess your neighbors? How do you decide who to attack, right?
Yep,
it's
that'd be good.
Pretty common strategical thing you want to do. So you have a guy who, ironically, you, according to this, you are his heir, but I want the land, so I'm going to try to attack him myself. Actually, hold on. He is your subject. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong guy. Damn. Yep. I don't have a CB for him, and he is not part of our country, and he's already your subject, which is why you are his heir. Well, either way, let's talk about how to assess your neighbors. So, like, I'm looking at the guy directly to my southwest, which is the King Kran of Westogathia. And when you look at his character screen, just like left-click on his province, and then you see his picture, click on that.
Yep.
Right next to his diplomacy and all of his attributes, you can see like a little helmet, army levies 1.01k.
Yep.
And then you need to go to the pacts screen, the fifth tab.
Okay.
You'll notice there's a couple that are colored blue and a couple that are colored green.
Yep.
Blue is dangerous. Blue means that they are allies and they are likely to defend him. So if you're going to look at this and you see 1,000 troops and you say, well, I've got 1,000 troops, I can probably beat him. Maybe, but you might want to go take a look at those other two guys real quick. I show 614 and 160, so it's actually like 1,700 troops, not 1,000.
Do that quickly. So so if this is liege, okay, then it goes back that way, and then it's another 160. Okay.
Yep. If you want the quick way to do it, while you're on the pacts screen, you click on one of the guys that's blue. Click on his portrait.
Yeah.
Look at his number.
Yeah.
That's the B key. B key will take you back to the previous character.
Nice.
You can just toggle back and forth between them. Check it out. So I was thinking to attack the other guy, not realizing he was your subject, but the guy on that little island of Hollande is your subject already, and he only has 160 troops.
Okay.
So if he dies, because he has no heir, the land will go to you, but I would kind of like it. Now this other guy on this other island is kind of...
Someone's calling to kill my son, that I care about.
Okay. Check the F7, see if it's an actual plot, if you're just being paranoid.
Looks like I'm just being paranoid.
Nice.
So there's no actual plot when that pops up? I don't have to worry about it?
Well, if you knew about the plot, you should be able to see known plot.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might attack this guy on the island of Gotland. It's looking rather appealing to me.
Okay.
I need to expand. I don't really have any ability to expand right now because I'm very weak compared to you. So I'm going to go ahead and just declare this war and kind of guide you through my game plan here.
Okay.
I'm going to declare it right now. I've declared a special war called a subjugation war. Pagans like us, since we're Norse, we're part of the pagan religious group, we have a special once-per-lifetime casus belli called subjugation. You can only use it, as I mentioned, once per lifetime, and it allows you to basically conquer anyone you want. Now, I'm using it on a one-province minor, which is very weak, but it's really my only easy route of expansion right now.
Okay.
You are, because you are a duke, able to take that ambition to become the king of Sweden, which will give you the ability to use this once-per-lifetime CB as many times as you want, so long as it's within the kingdom of Sweden, whichever location, whichever kingdom area your capital is located in. So I'm using it with this one character in a very weak way because I have to expand. But you might want to use your once per lifetime CB to, say, subjugate someone in an area outside of Sweden, and then later on when you take the ambition to become the king of Sweden, you can do it on everyone else within Sweden. Does that make sense?
Yep. If I take Majesty right now, point in Majesty as my tech, is that terrible?
All right, so you're getting the alert, say you have too much monarch points. So generally speaking, for cultural advances, you're going to want to focus on Majesty's a good one because it affects short reign years, but not until you get to the level Majesty 2. Short reign means that when you die, the longer it takes time. Like every year that goes by that your ruler has been in charge, there is a modifier that goes away called short reign, and it makes it so that the penalty goes away faster. So basically, you take up the throne as a new character, and everyone hates you because you're brand new.
Okay.
Majesty makes that penalty less.
Okay. Well, I just want it because it says plus piety on it.
Yeah, sure. It's piety and prestige. Both are very good. So that's
Sold
good.
Me.
Sure. So anyway, I've declared a war on a guy who's got roughly the same number of troops as I do.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my prestige to raise a tribal army. I'm going to spend 500 prestige to get 2,500 extra troops, and we're going to go smashy smash. The only other way that I could have more troops would be to wait for a random event to give me some special troops, or I could potentially hire mercenaries if I had enough cash. Mercenaries are not the same in EU4 as EU4. If you look at the mercenaries tab under your F6, your army levies screen, military shortcut tab, there's a tab for mercenaries.
God, they're expensive.
Very, very expensive. 140 ducats to hire the cheapest one, and you have to pay 5 ducats a month to maintain them. So it's not cheap, not at all. So what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for him to actually come to my land so that I can engage him, and then I'm going to go siege his holding after he no longer has very many troops to defend it.
How do I see the loot again of that I'm getting from a country? Not finding a target, but once I'm in the province, actually taking their loot. How do I see the bar?
While clicking on the province itself, you should see 2 screens. There's either a screen for the siege itself.
Yeah, that's the one I'm seeing.
Toggle the key to toggle between the siege screen and the regular province screen is Z.
Z. Okay, thank you.
And then you'll see the loot bar.
Yep.
Yeah. But also you got that little visual indicator for whether or not you're actually getting loot.
So I have 61 ships and 529 men, and you said I can put 100 men on a boat.
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't I dismiss the vast majority of these boats?
You could, but if you're going to do that, I would send them home first to make sure you're not disbanding loot, because remember there's gold in them holds.
Right.
And if you just disband them, you don't get the money. So send the boats home, then disband them. Main reason why you have more boats than you need is just so you can raid for longer periods of time.
Oh, that's right. Tell me again, where's the pause button?
Top right. It's the date,
I see it.
actual
Got it. Okay.
text.
Yep.
Also, we didn't mention this, but last week when we started recording was like an hour after they released the patch. So a bunch of the interface stuff that we were going to use, like bigger interface, was not patched yet. Now it is. So we're using a different interface if people are wondering why it looks a little bit different.
Yep.
So you paused or I did?
You did.
Oh. You asked about it. I assumed that you needed to.
No, I appreciate it. Like not bad. When you did it, I could see it again because the date got a little red pause thing next to it. So.
Mm-hmm. So how goes your rating? Where are you rating right now?
I'm rating in. Oh, I need to pause because I'm about to get a fight. I don't want to run.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually hostile to those troops now. I can see where you're rating because I'm hostile to them because you're my liege and you've pissed off Aquitaine.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pause if you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. My war is very simple. Basically, I'm just I'm milking the once per lifetime CB, which it sounds terrifying. Oh, you only get it once per lifetime. But remember, like every 30 to 40 years, you're going to switch characters. So it's actually quite.
So it's not once per game. It's not once per dynasty. No. It's once per. Oh, I see. That's interesting.
Once per lifetime, exactly. So my character, who is currently age 26, can only do this CB once in his lifetime. But when he dies, his heir will be able to do it again. So you might as well use it. It's better to use it than lose it.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm milking my prestige. One of the other reasons why I wanted to raid so much last week was so that I could actually get enough money to do this, because otherwise there's like not really much of an option for me to actually succeed.
Gotcha.
I'm going to pause real quick just so I can put my siege leader in charge. Can I assign a new job?
Okay, and the ones with... So the stripey ones were, again, tell me what they are again. The stripey provinces for raiding. What is the...
They are held by, if you're looking at the government's map screen, they are... It's a situation where the top liege, the top holder of the county, has a government type that is different from his liege, his overlord.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, like if you look at any of these that are dashed,
mm-hmm.
the top holding is a bishopric, and their liege is a feudal ruler. So he basically lives in castles, and these guys live in bishoprics, which means that the dashed line shows up because there's a disparity between the government types of the liege and the vassal.
But why was it advantageous to raid those?
Because they have a exposed bishopric or city, and the cities and bishoprics have reduced fort level, which makes them much, much easier to siege and actually potentially possible to siege. Many of these
so I have not yet had a chance where I was able to do that anyways. Like every single time they've responded with troops before I got to the point where I was able to siege them. So it really doesn't matter. I don't really have to be targeting those right now since they're responding too quickly anyways.
Yeah, if you don't feel like your troops are enough to actually do a siege, then you could consider just
raiding wherever.
Raiding wherever has the highest overall wealth. However, that province right now I'm looking at in near you see the province of Rennes, Rennes, in Brittany?
I don't. Let me see. There's a question mark to find it. Renns?
Yes.
County of Rennes. Yeah, okay.
That has a castle with only 460 garrison. The levy is out of the castle. So if you wanted to, you have enough troops, you could go burn that castle down and then expose the city and the bishopric. Which would be fairly juicy loot. It'll take you like half a year to burn it, but you'll definitely make more money.
That could be interesting.
And it's also a whole lot less micro to do that kind of siege. Because you just park your army and just kind of watch for enemies.
Okay. I think I was over there earlier. I wonder if that was... Anyways, okay.
It could very well be that they raised their levy to chase your army, and now that they've raised it, you can come back and sit on their castle. They won't come and engage you because you've got roughly the equal forces, and you can just sit there and burn down their castle. Take all their women.
They keep women in castles?
Yeah, you can keep them. You can both. Why not? Anyway, yeah, if you want, we can go a little bit faster too.
They have 738 guys standing there. I just have to get wrecked if I did that.
Yeah. So apparently, the whole last play session, I wasn't really paying any attention to it because I didn't really care. But my counselor, my seer, had 0 learning. It was the absolute lowest value of learning you can get.
That's impressive.
And really... all you care about is his learning stats, so that was less than ideal.
That's pretty painful. Is it crown focus, special minor titles, special character actions possible? I feel like I should be doing that. This is the spying thing, right? But I have no one to spy on that I know.
Well, 6 months from now, we can change our ruler focus. Okay. My focus right now is still family, because I needed babies, and I've succeeded in that way. I now have 5 children.
4 or 5? Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, I've got 4 boys, 1 girl. I'm good on kids. No more kids.
You're an overachiever on children.
I'm going to go get, what's it called, a vasectomy in the year 871.
That's right. Well, they just do that with an axe.
Your axe.
That's right. It's a magic axe. I promise. You'll retain all use.
Yeah. That's the hope, anyway.
It's magic.
So how goes your rating? Where are you at? You're doing Thurs?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. You want to try speed 2, or is it
Sure.
too much while you're waiting? Because I'm just waiting on a siege, and I'm ping-ponging some armies.
All right. I'll just panic pause whenever anything moves around me.
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool if there's a button where you could actually enable the keyboard shortcut in multiplayer if you wanted it. Because for 2-player, pausable spacebar would be fine. 20-player, probably not so much.
Yep.
Anyway, I've won my war. So
That's quick.
again, what I did is I declared a war against someone roughly my size, and then I used the decisions screen to raise a tribal army of 2,500 extra troops using my prestige that I acquired via raiding. I used those event spawn troops to go kick his butt, and if I wanted to, I could actually now take advantage of these guys and like roll them into future wars. If I'm at peace, I can't raise the tribal army. You have to be at war. So if I want to keep them around, I have to declare another war, basically.
Got it.
Or if I wanted to, I could be even more gamey. I could actually use these guys to raid by keeping this war going. And I think I might try that because I am actually really broke right now. And having an extra province is not a big deal, where having an extra 2,500 troops to raid with would be pretty damn sweet.
Oh, you can raid with troops while you're at war. Oh, I see. That's interesting. You just... Oh, shit.
Sorry?
I had a movement... I can't get movement locked in this game, which is good, because they raised levies as I was moving to a province, and I really didn't want to fight that. So... Okay.
Okay.
Can I pause?
Go ahead. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna...
Yeah, I need a bigger raiding force. How do I get a larger raiding force without going to war? I heard your explanation how to do that.
Well, you could press F6, check to see, do you have more levies available now than you did when you first left? They recover over time automatically.
No, they're all gray.
All gray. I'm saying press F6, and then it'll say, like, from domain, you have 3 numbers. First number is currently raised levy.
Yeah.
Middle number is raisable, unraised that are currently raised.
I do. Apparently I have 300.
Okay, so come home, basically. Go home, pick up the boys. Bring them with you.
Okay. I'll think about it.
One way to get...
I'm going to raid along the coast. I mean, we want to be efficient on our return trip.
Yeah.
I just want to be picking stuff up. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm going to go and raid with my light troops. I got 3,200 men available right now.
Jesus. Who are you at war with to maintain that?
This little guy in the island of Gotland, years south. Same province as in EU4.
Okay.
So these troops are going to be very useful because now I can actually burn down a number of holdings. At age 21, Kraka died from a bad case of the flu. Random courtier in my court. Apparently, one of my former concubines just died.
Of the flu? You might get sick. You should be careful.
Yeah, well, you're paranoid, so of course you would say something like that.
Province says it does not have a hospital in this county.
Province, yeah, hospitals are a mechanic that was added a little while back. You can build hospitals. They're kind of cool.
Matters
they do
of
stuff.
Life and death. Which age comes wisdom, they say. Trouble sleeping lately. Getting older.
Oh no.
Didn't I used to dream of grander things? You sit up straight in your bed. This is ridiculous. You're the ruler. Summon the council. Or actually what I think about, I've lived a good life. What are these options? Okay, so I can gain the trait content, or I can summon a secret meeting invite only.
I think you should do that one. Becoming content is usually bad, especially if you're a vassal, but it's not good when you're a liege either way.
Summon the council. Click the button. I'm going to pause.
Nice. I'm not part of your council. You're not going to involve me because I'm not special enough, apparently.
Oh, I don't get like a pop-up or anything? I just...
Should. Soon. It'll take time.
Okay.
These events, they
There it is.
Yeah.
I say, I want to discuss the concept of life and death, and I want to look into everlasting life.
Oh, nice. Cool. So a little bit of mysticism or whatever you'd call it, looking to become immortal. Sounds fun. Try it.
He'll send out letters to his confidants. I'll organize a search party. Why is one of them red bracketed, one of them blue bracketed?
Because you are only allowed to take those decisions due to a specific reason. Blue means that because you have high diplomacy generally, you're allowed to do it. Red means because you have high martial skill. So if you hover over it, there may actually be like an indicator somewhere on there why it's allowed. But blue and red mean diplomacy and martial, respectively.
And one of them has kind of negatively worded text. It says, but he seems rather doubtful about the whole endeavor. And the other one doesn't have negatively worded text. Is there any benefit one way or the other?
My guess is that there's probably like 2 decisions that are automatic. One that's kind of okay, one that's kind of crap. And then the others are special because you have good attributes. The bad one is just like there to give the AI sometimes the ability to like make a bad decision.
Okay.
They randomize their decisions.
All right. Well, I've chosen one.
So.
I'm going to write some letters about immortality. I can't imagine that won't come back successful.
Oh, sweet. I rolled an organizer. John Gven. I have movement speed plus 38% now for my raiding parties, which is very powerful.
That's nice.
I agree. So yeah. So I'm burning down a bishopric. We're gonna find some women in there. Tons of women in bishoprics, right? Oh god, my wife's pregnant again. Also, in 1 month, we're allowed to change our focuses if you want to pick something else.
Okay.
I'm going to pick something else for sure, because I keep making my wife pregnant. That's not good.
Well, it's certainly expensive.
Yep.
A Thieves Guild has been established in one of my areas.
It's a negative event from you being poor.
Yeah.
It's less than good. You're not supposed to be poor, Filthy. Stop being poor.
I took some advice from a counselor I've since fired, and he told me to build an axe.
Hey, that counselor was a smart man. I don't know what you're talking about. So, anyway, we gotta put a cut in here, but I don't know about you. Things are going well for me. I'm winning a war. I'm burning down multiple. I'm actually sieging 2 holdings at once right now.
I'm jealous of your siege capability.
Yeah, so we'll be back though.
Thanks for
Same
watching.
time, same place tomorrow. See you in a bit.